Is it on? Is it on? It is on. All right, let's do this. Let's see here. I believe that'll do. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm here to explain this makeup that I have on my face to everybody in Tri-Cities, Washington, and to the world if they care to know. But this is for Tri-Cities, Washington right now. I mean, I never wanted to get to this, and I don't want to be a famous person at all, but this is what it's come to. So let me explain this makeup to you, please. For the last few months, I've been doing real well. I've been actually staying at the Union Gospel Mission in Pasco, and you know, I've been putting in resumes, and I've been doing my own thing with Facebook. I've been getting applications ready for apartments. I have some stuff stashed at my grandma's house. She wants it out, so I was working with storage units to rent a place and to get a U-Haul going. You know, I'm making new friends. I'm keeping in touch with my family, and I got a good relationship going with my brothers, and I checked in with my aunt and my uncles. So everything's going really, really good. And I wasn't wearing this makeup. I was sleeping good at night, and I was getting good peace of mind. And you know, everything was really coming together really well. Now what happened was Jennifer sent me a text through my phone that said Jaron Pendleton hit her and she needs my help. Jennifer then stopped responding to me. Jaron Pendleton then sent me a text from his phone that said Jennifer made her mad and he hit her. Look what you made me do. Lance, where are you so I can come find you? I told Jaron I was at Albertsons off of Clearwater. Come find me. And he stopped talking to me. Then Jaron started talking a bunch of shit to me on the phone. Excuse my French. I'll try not to cuss. Jaron started calling me a bunch of nasty stuff on the phone. He called me faggot like 30 times. He called me a homeless loser. And a bunch of other stuff that I don't remember. So anyhow, what that text from Jennifer did to me, it melted my peace away. It melted the little bit of happiness I had going on, and it put this zit of just worry in my head that won't go away until Jennifer stands in front of me and tells me she's okay. I'm worried sick right now. So what happened there was I went from peaceful and happy and then my face just melted off. A sad face is all I feel right now. I feel worried and sad and angry at Jaron. So, I mean, I told Jaron, you know, just come talk to me in person, because I feel like it may not even have been Jennifer who's talking to me and somebody's trying to mess with me. But either way, I now have to have Jennifer stand in front of me and tell me she's okay before I can do anything else in life. So, I mean, like, I've told Jaron to come talk to me gentleman to gentleman so I know Jennifer's safety, but he just keeps talking trash to me. So, I mean, at this point, what I have to tell Jaron is there's only one reason to fight, and that's for protection. Whether it be protection of yourself or protection of someone else. And vengeance is also a form of protection. So, I mean, if Jaron really did hit Jennifer, then I know the city is going to have no problem putting together a legal mutual combat street fight so I can beat Jaren's face in. If they say no, then I'm going to have to get creative. Because again, vengeance is protection as well. But, you know, I feel like Jaren and someone else is just trying to mess with me, and this is what it's turned into. So, I mean, and the other part of this paint I'll get to in a minute, because half of it is just I feel sad about the situation, but the other half has got a neat story to it. But I want to explain Jennifer to you guys real quick. In 2011, we started going out, and she was my girlfriend. And then what's the word I'm looking for? I suffered from a hallucination, and then I got a severe concussion. And while I was healing from the concussion, people told Jennifer that I was doing drugs, and who knows what else, and I wasn't doing drugs, and Jennifer started ignoring me. And guess what? I haven't done any drugs, and Jennifer was the last girl I kissed, so there is no way Jennifer does not like me or is mad at me. There is nothing that she can be mad at me for. In fact, I'm furious with her for listening to other people about me. Moving on, you guys will really like the other reason why I'm doing this paint. It's actually super funny. What gave me this idea was I was shopping at Target, and I found a Goosebumps book called Revenge of the Invisible Boy, and it had a picture of a boy with a cap on like this, and he has this paint on his face, and I didn't really pay attention to the boy in the picture, but I liked the idea of the title. So I got on the internet and I looked up for the original The Invisible Boy Goosebumps story. Well, there isn't an original The Invisible Boy Goosebumps story. There's a book called My Best Friend is Invisible. Then the sequel to that story is Revenge of the Invisible Boy. Now let me explain to you who I was growing up, you guys. This is really funny, okay? So I haven't read either one of these books, but I'm the Invisible Boy, so I can explain them to you without reading them. I wonder if I'll get this right on the money. This is super, super funny. So my best friend is invisible, okay? I never really had a best friend, but I believe almost everyone who got close to me enjoyed thinking of me as their best friend or telling people that I was their best friend, and this is why. So I mean, like, when I went into school, you see, I was aware of everything but two things, and that was death and other people's emotions. At a young age, at like age 5, I accepted Jesus Christ into my heart as my Lord and Savior, and after I did that, I was simply waiting for God to take me up into the clouds into heaven. I had no thought of death after that. All the way through high school, there was no thought of death in me at all. And, you know, I also read the Bible at a young age. So after I read the story of Adam and Eve, so Adam has a rib bone, I got excited and I thought to myself, clearly every boy, every man has a rib bone. Okay, so I mean, what everybody is trying to do, they're trying to look for their rib bone, they're trying to find a career, and they're trying to have fun. Everybody is clearly exactly like me, so I was aware of no emotion going on around me. So, I mean, in high school, for example, I'm walking around, okay, I have no thought of death, I figure everybody is exactly same as me. One of my friends comes up and says something like, dude, I am not doing well. I had a terrible night. I got in this disgusting argument with my mom. I started crying. I watched a movie that gave me a panic attack. I don't know what to do. I'm falling apart, Lance. And I would sit there and I would look at them and I would start laughing and I would say, dude, did you just hear what you said? And they'd be like, what do you mean? I meant that, Lance. And I'd be like, well, you may be feeling soft and mushy in the heart, but you know what? I got this to tell you. Did you know? Well, all these bad things may be happening to you, but did you know that you can save 15% or more on your car insurance by switching to Geico? Well, I would tell them something like that, and it would actually pick them up. And they would laugh about it, and it would actually help people out, because again, I figured everybody was just looking for the rib bone for a career and trying to have the most fun they could. And that being said, I was really strange to everybody looking back, starting in middle school, because I'm looking for my rib bone. I'm not looking for someone to spend some time with, to have share a moment with. So I don't care how attractive of a girl you are, how cool of a girl you are, how popular of a girl you are. If, let's say, 2 guys and 2 girls are hanging out, and I've got a crush on you, okay? This boy next to me flirts with you, and you flirt with them back, I stop thinking of you. The crush is gone. If you go out with someone, and then you break up, there is no crush with me. So, I mean, like, after 2 months, all the girls had flirted with a boy in the 6th grade. So, I mean, I was done thinking of all the girls in my middle school. And the same thing happened in high school. Like, 2 months later, I had like 3 or 4 new crushes, and the girls went and kissed somebody, and it was gone. So, I mean, like, again, people thought I was strange, but I feel, well, I don't just feel, I know everybody's like me versus I'm like everybody else. So I'm here to help everybody, and it's really, really funny. I'd like to tell this to you guys real quick. I mean, like, do you know why all the girls have a crush on the skater boys real quick? There's a handful of reasons, but it's stupid. The main reason is this. I mean, if you walk up to a girl and they say, how's it going? What are you all about? And you say, well, I'm a skater boy. It's just like a girl walking up to you and you asking them what they're all about, and they tell you, well, I'm a Barbie doll. So, I mean, you don't really know what to say to that, and you like it. But that's like one big reason, one main reason why all the girls can't understand why they like the skater boy. But another reason is this, and I know people always appreciated this about me, and a lot of friends actually learned. And I'll get back to why a lot of people who got close to me looked at me or imagined me as their best friend. But I want to explain something to you about the way I dress real quick. So, I mean, there's different ways to dress. You want to be jock, you want to be punk, you want to be geek, you want to be nerd, you want to be technological, you want to be smart, you want to be, sports, you want to be outdoors. The list goes on and on. I can respect all of that. Dressing is cool. Now, if you want to dress like a skater, I feel everybody can have fun doing this, but what you do is you dress as cool as you possibly can. And nobody really understands what the word cool means, but let me express it to you. It's really simple. The word cool means peace and comfort. So cool is peace and comfort. So if you're going to get some skater clothes, you're trying to look as cool as you possibly can. So you're looking for peace and comfort. So, I mean, there is no such thing as a skater brand. It's whatever's peaceful and comfortable to you. So I mean, if you're gonna go get a skater outfit, you go to the store that you appreciate, where you feel peace and where you feel comfort. So it may be a store in the mall, it may be Walmart, it may be a sporting goods store, it may be a hunting store, it could be any store. So you go into it, and let's say you're looking for a skater shirt. You know, you want to take some time. So the first thing you look for is what gives you peace of mind. You don't think of anybody else. It's whatever gives you peace of mind, whatever makes you happy. So you find a shirt that gives you the most peace of mind. Yeah, you like that one. So I mean, it's got 6 different sizes. You want peace and comfort. You try all 6 different sizes on, and whichever one makes you feel most comfortable, that's the one you do. So you just now have peace and comfort in this shirt. So, I mean, you do that with jeans, you do that with your hat, you do that with your belt, you do that with your necklace, you do that with your gloves, whatever you want to wear. I mean, socks and underwear, it's all comfort. There is no, wow, these look amazing. It's whatever's most comfortable. I mean, that's socks and underwear for you. But I mean, it's really really funny. So with skater clothes, I mean, you don't want to get them dirty or stained or scratched up, but you don't care if you get them dirty or stained. So I mean, you're in these clothes that give you peace of mind, and you're super comfortable, and you can do anything in them. You can work in them, you can play sports in them, you can hang out in them, you can dance in them. Again, you can get them dirty, you can play in the mud with them, you can scrape them up, you can accidentally dump ranch on them and move forward. I mean, it's just a really, really good feeling. I mean, like, I really started to understand that recently because of a situation that I'll get to in a minute. But it's really interesting. I mean, because those are skater clothes. If you want to actually skateboard, you got to make sure you get skater shoes, because I mean, you can do anything in your skater clothes, but you can't do anything in skater shoes. You can't run in skater shoes. It sucks to jog in skater shoes, but skateboarding, it's a must to have skater shoes. They make the world of difference. It's kind of like you need a snowboarding boot to go snowboarding, or what else could you come? You need ballet shoes to go do ballet. You need skater shoes to do skateboarding, but you cannot sprint in skateboarding shoes. That always sucked if someone's playing a pickup game of football, and you're in your skater shoes. Again, skater clothes, you can move around in them. You're comfortable. You're yourself. But yeah, you try to run in the sprint in those things, and you're slower than molasses. Back to why all my closest friends more than likely imagine me as their best friend, because they all did have best friends and I never did. But eventually your best friend does something to you that pisses you off. And I never pissed off any of my friends, so it was always easiest to come back to me. As, Lance is my best friend because I have that relationship with all of them. But what they really appreciated with me, I think I became a little bit of a tool to everybody, because again, I don't have any crushes on any girls, in my schools at this point. I often get drunk and hit on girls because I had a drinking problem starting at age 15. But when I was sober, there was nothing there. But anyway, so I would dress cool every single day, and I was always trying to be a picture-perfect boy for one girl. And all the girls appreciated that with me. So, let's say I was hanging out with somebody and an attractive girl came along, and we're both talking to this girl, the girl would clearly like me first for just because I talk to girls like they have no nudity. And I treat them like myself for the most part, like what's treating you good, what's not treating you good, what food have you been enjoying, what parks do you like to go to, just real simple small talk. And I don't actually flirt with them or stick up for them or try to make them mine, versus the friend who's with me will try to flirt with them a little bit. And because I don't flirt with the girl or stick up for the girl ends up liking the person that I'm hanging out with. So, all my friends enjoyed that with me. If you're hanging out with Lance, there's no fight for the girl. Again, I'm looking for my rib bone. So if you flirt with the girl, I'm just gonna forget about you. If someone's bullying a girl, I'm gonna knock the guy out for the girl irregardless. But that was never the situation. So all my friends really enjoyed hanging out with me and hanging out with a girl or two because there was no competition with me. So my friends also appreciated that I was into no pornography or anything like that. It was funny in the beginning of 6th grade. A lot of the boys thought I was weird in my neighborhood because I was the only one who wasn't masturbating. And I was like, you guys are crazy. Why are you guys are making fun of me for not masturbating. Yeah, I was kind of like, I don't know what to tell you guys. After when everyone was going through that phase, I spent a lot of time skateboarding by myself. I couldn't talk to anybody with that. But yeah, I never did get into pornography. I have seen my share, but not that much. The more pornography I watched, the more disgusted I came with myself until I just got rid of it all. So I really haven't watched that much, but I have seen what everybody else has seen just to make everybody feel better. But watching pornography makes life better, or makes life worse in every way. It takes out the color in your surroundings. It takes out the color in your relationships with people. It takes out the color in your wife, in your girlfriend, in your family. Everyone should just say no to pornography, and pornography should actually be illegal. But yeah, so that's what I believe made everybody feel that I was, their best friend. And the invisible part was my best friend is invisible is I was so picture perfect for a girl. Someone would develop a crush for a girl and they would want to introduce this girl to me, but they were always a little bit scared, as if, what if Lance were a player? That was always the scary part to him, and I truly am not, but it's really funny. So people would develop these relationships and they didn't want to introduce girls to me because I was so picture perfect. And again, I'm looking for my rib bone. I'm not looking for anything else. So a lot of people are about the better man. I'm not about the better man at all. I'm simply looking for my rib bone. People say they fight for this and they fight for that. I simply fight for my own protection and for the protection of my girl, and that's it. But yeah, where else can I go with this? In 2011 is when I met Jennifer, and I started suffering from that hallucination. And I started studying the things that I was oblivious to growing up. So I started studying emotion and death, and now I know more about emotion and death than anybody. And I've learned how to help people with it. So I went to jail a bunch of times for really stupid stuff, and it's scary in there because you to earn respect in jail, you have to be able to fight. it's not fun to fight in jail at all. So I mean, like, you go in there, if you want respect, you have to be able to fist fight. And I also got sent to the mental institution, which is a break from jail, but the doctors in there are really jerks. What I have to say about psychology right now is it's a great idea, and it's actually progressing in the right direction. But right now, psychological books suck. They aren't doing any good. What doctors are doing to patients is making their lives worse. The diagnoses are completely wrong. Um, Even the word mental is not correct to call anybody. So I actually wrote. I spent a ton of time in mental institutions, and it's interesting. So I mean, like, because the doctors don't actually listen to the patients, they simply give a diagnosis that makes themselves feel the best. So they don't actually accept the truth and try to help people. They just choke them with whatever diagnosis feels best for them, and then they start giving them pills. So I mean that tranquilize you. So I mean, like, they aren't actually listening to the patients. So I rewrote a completely new psychological diagram, and I have the ability to write a new psychological textbook, and I have psychological novels to go along with them. So I mean, the word mental is really, really gross and really, really unpeaceful, and it's not a good feeling to call someone mental. Um, and so I mean, rather than than these people that have problems that are coming in, rather than telling them you have a mental illness, you will always have a mental illness, and it'll never go away. Um, Rather than diagnosing people with mental illnesses, I say diagnose them with social problems that can be cured. So I mean, people say there's mental health and physical health. I say there's social health and physical health. The word mental to me is means like not there and not able. So just completely dumb. So I mean, like, I would say, like, puppets are mental. People are not puppets. So I mean, like, they're a body with a real soul in them. And as there is no human that starts getting dumber in life. Everybody gets smarter as they progress. So I mean, rather than diagnosing people with mental illness, you diagnose them with a social problem that can be cured, and all social problems can be cured. So I mean, like, when people get stuck in these mental wards, they're actually in there for three main reasons, and there are a couple others off the three. But the three main reasons that people find themselves in mental wards is one, they did something really, really gross that they're super embarrassed about, and they can't talk to it about anybody, so they bottle up that emotion and they do something crazy or something violent, and they wind up in a mental institution. So I mean, so they have that emotion bottled up. They want to talk about it with somebody, but they're so embarrassed that they can't. The second reason is because something really scary or abusive happened to somebody, and they're so scared that they don't trust anybody to talk about it, and they bottle up that emotion. And the third reason is because of a relationship problem. A boyfriend and a girlfriend split up, and they're brokenhearted, and they bottle that emotion up, and they don't know how to talk about it. So I mean, you can diagnose people with the social problem, and in the psychological textbook I write, I want to teach people how to talk to those bottles of emotion. So I mean, so if somebody comes in, they made a really gross decision, they did something nasty with pornography or just something really weird and gross that they can't talk about it with anybody, and they find themselves in a mental institution, and they have that bottled up inside. And then, the psychological doctor says you're bipolar, accept that you're bipolar, and you will always be bipolar and take this medication. They got nowhere with that. They still have that bottled up inside, and they haven't shared it with anybody. And so their life becomes worse. I mean, don't get me wrong, they learn from that situation, but they aren't progressing from that. So I mean, what the psychological doctors are diagnosing with right now is complete trash. But again, it's progressing in the right situation. So I happen to know when I get my diagram right and my textbook, I'm actually going to command the entire world to throw away all psychological textbooks and novels that have already been created, because it's all trash right now. And my novels that I have to write are really, really cool titles with simple stories in them that someone with a social problem gets stuck in a psychological ward. Why they're waiting for the psychological people to talk to them through the teaching of my textbook. They have novels that they can read to help them out as well. So I mean, and it's really funny when I get stuck in a mental institution. A lot of people are mad at the doctors, and I actually sit down with all the patients and I give them new diagnoses, and and the doctors and the counselors all get really, really mad at me because I make the whole thing. I turn the whole situation into fun for all the patients. I mean, like I'll give you one example. I have like 50 examples of what I do in a mental institution like this. So they let us play, a Nintendo Wii like 5 times a week, and for an hour. And every time I got the chance to play the Nintendo Wii with them, I would they put in Mario Kart, and there's 4 controllers, but 2 of them don't work very well, and there's 7 people who want to play, and only 4 people can play. And I was like, you know what, you guys, I have a good idea. The controllers aren't working anyways. Let's try beating Mario Kart from ground zero. They're like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, look, if we play one player and we try to beat the game, we can unlock all the characters and all the hidden tracks. They're like, what are you talking about? I was like, give me the controller, I will show you. So I go, there's 50cc, 100cc, and 150cc. I was like, all right, some of you guys are terrible at this game, so we're starting at 50cc, plus we want to unlock everything. So we start off at the easiest thing. I was like, here, you guys watch. This is all you do. You just try as hard as you can to finish the race. So 50cc, it's like impossible not to come in first. So I showed them how to do that, and the next person gets in line and they go. Then the next person goes, and the next person goes. And all of a sudden, they're all having fun, beating one race at a time. And they're also getting better at the game. So, I mean, like, every time the Wii came out, we would all get in line. Everyone's trying to go first. Whoever got there first would get the game set up real quick, and they would race first, and they would pass it off to the next person. So, I'm in this ward for like 4 months, and we don't always play Mario Kart. Sometimes they do different games and we do other stuff, but we often wanted to work on beating this whole dang game. So it was super funny. After about 200 races that we beat, we had unlocked like 20 characters and like 30 new levels, and we only had we thought we only had like 4 characters left to unlock and like 1 more level, and then we beat 150cc, and it gave us like 50 more races to beat. So we started progressing that. By the time I left, we only had 1 character to unlock and like one more cart to unlock. So we unlocked like 50 carts, we unlocked like 50 characters, and all the doctors and counselors were pissed at me because us patients were having fun while we were there. We were just hanging out, letting the counselors give us food and soda and coffee, playing football outside, and I'm giving everybody their diagnoses. So I mean, dang it, the lawnmower guy is here. I hope you guys can still hear me. Either way, let's go back to jail for a minute. You know, I've also thought about how I can help people in jail. And I have a couple ideas for novels that I can write about. Rather than when people go to jail, they're going to have a bunch of books that they can choose from. If I can write a good enough novel, then you can just have this novel in jail. So when people who get charges go in there, they read this novel, and it'll impact them so well that they won't commit a crime again after they leave. I have like 2 ideas. That's really hard to pull off. So I mean, I know my psychological stuff will work. I don't know if this what I have for the people in jail will work, but I have 2 really good ideas that it's worth getting the books written. Anyways, yeah, this lawnmower guy is driving me crazy. Oh, I had something to get into real quick. Jennifer put a 1-year restraining order on me because she's mad at me for doing drugs that I didn't do. So I'm waiting for her to pull her thumb out of her butt. Anyways, a prosecuting attorney said that he was the state and put a 5-year restraining order on us because the 1-year restraining order from Jennifer is long gone, but this 5-year one isn't. But a prosecuting attorney made a restraining order from the state, and a prosecuting attorney isn't the state representative. I believe the commissioners are the state representatives, and if the prosecuting attorney wants to have a restraining order from the state, they have to get it approved by the state, not call themselves the state. So that prosecuting attorney committed fraud, and he owes me jail time right now if I wish to press charges. That being said, I want Jennifer to know there is no restraining order on us. So right now, one of my phone numbers, Jennifer, is 509-438-1393. I hate my phone number. 1393 sounds really unlucky, but that's why one reason I got another phone that I can't remember the number of it right now, and that's what I'm shooting on camera right now is from my new phone. Anyways, Jennifer, call me on my phone. I'll tell you where I'm at, and you can come walk to me or pick me up because this is getting really stupid. There is no restraining order on us, and I don't believe Jared actually hit you. I think 2 people are messing with me. You know, I'm gonna get to you very quick, Jennifer, because I have an unlimited amount of ways to get to you, and I'm not gonna stop because I'm worried sick. I want to move on and go back to what I was doing, but I can't do anything until I know you're safe. So I'm being homeless right now while I'm looking for you. Yeah, call me and just come talk to me because this is getting really, really old. I'm like almost positive Jennifer is my rib bone because it was really, really weird. You know, a lot of girls have tried to get to know me, and no one has been upset about that. When me and Jennifer met, everybody just tried to get in between us as the best they could. It was really, really weird to me. I don't understand why everybody was doing that and why people are still doing that. And I believe that's the revenge of the Invisible Boy is you see, when in 2011 when I started studying emotion and death, I took the time to stop dressing cool, and I decided to dress punk and to dress preppy and to dress jock and to dress emo and to dress all this stuff and I started to understand everybody and I'm just back to my normal self again. So I mean, like, if anybody wanted to tell Jennifer that I'm something that I'm not, or if somebody wants to tell me I'm not made for Jennifer, I'm gonna make you feel stupid, because I mean, there's just speaking to you as who you are and telling the truth. And then, I mean, like, mutual combat is legal in Washington, so I have no problem street fighting anybody. I don't care who you are. You can be Mike Tyson in shape, or the buffest Marine, and I'm gonna street fight you if you want to get in between me and Jennifer. I don't want to hear it from anybody, and I will win. I don't have to uptalk myself. I mean, like, you guys don't get it like I do. I'm fighting for my rib bone. If you're not fighting for your rib bone, you're gonna get your butt kicked. And if you are fighting for your rib bone, then you're not gonna want to fight me because you're just like I am. But again, I'm almost positive Jennifer is my rib bone, because she acts like I do, and she talks like I do, and she walks like I do, and she has these expectations that I want from a girl. And she's the only girl who doesn't seem she doesn't seem impressed by me. So I clearly can see why that's probably my girl, because I'm the same way. I'm not impressed by anything really. And on top of that, when I fall asleep at night, Jennifer talks to me in my sleep. So I mean, like, yeah, true love is real, everybody, and I've got nothing but good things to offer everybody and help to give everybody. It's just stupid that everybody keeps trying to get in between us. It's just making life worse for everybody. What else was I gonna say? I thought I had one other thing to say. Yeah, Jennifer, hurry up and call me and come meet me somewhere, because I'm getting tired of this zit-like worry in my head that I just want to pop. You make me feel like puke from this text. Dang it, what else was I gonna say? I believe I had one more thing. Oh, I can't remember that last thing I was gonna say. This wasn't it, but I can show this to people real quick. Why would I call myself the Invisible Boy and not the Invisible Man? It's really funny, because the word boy and the word man are the same thing. It's just a word that boy and man are just different words that impact the mind differently. So I mean, calling yourself a boy, saying calling yourself a boy, or being a boy and then saying like I was a boy and I am a man now, is kind of like saying I was a pop and I am now a soda. You're still a boy whether you're a man, and you're still a man whether you're a boy. I just have more fun being boy. Man, I can't think of that last thing I was gonna say. Total brain fart. Jennifer, hurry up and get to me. Actually, I think I may have expressed what I was gonna say through the Revenge of the Innocent Boy. I went and studied emotion and death, and I know more about emotion and death than anybody now. And I don't even like to talk about fighting. I understand that situation just fine well. Let me put it to you this way. It's super funny, if somebody wants to come express to me of their fighting skills, I have 3 ways to express myself as well. So, if someone comes up to me like, you don't want to mess with me because I know jiu-jitsu and taekwondo and kickboxing and WWF and this and that and that and that and that and that, and I've done this and this. I know what I can tell you. I can just name name Mexican food to you. I'll be like, yeah, well, I know chimichanga and sauteed jalapeno and chicken quesadilla and beef fajita and grande burrito and yo quiero Taco Bell. Did I mention I know chimichanga? So, I mean, that's one way for me to express my fighting skills. Or I can start naming off marijuana strands. I can tell you, yeah, well, I know Mango Haze and Purple Punch and Northern Lights and White Widow. And I know a lot of bunkweed because my little brother had a really crappy hookup there for a while. Or I can tell you what I do know about fighting, or what I am at fighting. I am a black belt in karate. I'm a lightweight boxer. I'm a master in Tai Chi. I am an amateur wrestler, and I do throw some very crazy kicks. Two black belts never get in a fight together because two black belts in karate never get into a fight together because they are both black belts in karate. So if you tell me you are a black belt in karate and you want to fight, you are clearly not a black belt, and I am going to put you in your place. That being said, as I've gotten older, I don't like music less and more. I do have fun with it, like everybody else does, and I have a very musical background. I have written like 40 songs, maybe more, maybe less. A lot of them with acoustic to them. I have acoustic rhythm or songs with no lyrics. I have a lot of lyrics that need studio work. Right now, if you give me a nice acoustic guitar and everyone were to come to the Toyota Center, I could put on a concert right now. I want to end this with singing a song. I was going to do Runaway Train by Soul Asylum. It's really interesting because when it came to music growing up, I couldn't talk to anybody about it very much. I was kind of just into Guns N' Roses and The Offspring and one-hit wonders, so I didn't know how to express myself musically. So, I mean, I always loved the song Runaway Train by Soul Asylum. They're a one-hit wonder. And I was going to sing that song, but I feel it's more important to just be yourself and to do what you feel. I mean, that's one thing that expresses this makeup. It's kind of neat. When people put on makeup, they're trying to be pretty or cool or dark. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to just put on the makeup that you feel? Whether you feel gross, or if you feel mean, or if you feel scared, or if you feel sick, or if you feel neat. I mean, you can scribble what you feel on your face. So you can make it elaborate or you can make it stupid, but it feels good to put on what you feel. So what I feel is white with black and a sad face, and it actually makes me feel better by putting what I feel on. But anyways, the song that I feel like doing right now, I was thinking about doing one of my own or Runaway Train, but what I feel like doing is Back in Black by AC/DC. Because I took the time to memorize all those lyrics, and it's a really, really, really powerful song. AC/DC goes over everybody's heads, but they're really, really cool. Some of their stuff is hard to sing, but some of it is so smoothly written that it's not hard to sing. This song is a little bit of both. So I mean, he says Back in Black, or the word back, a bunch of times, and it's hard to sing the word back so many freaking times. So this song is hard to pull off, especially without Angus Young's guitar and the drums. But it's really fun to do. So I'm going to do Back in Black, and I'm going to post this on YouTube, and hopefully it gets through to Jennifer. That's the main key that I'm trying to do here, is to get Jennifer to pull her thumb out of her butt and to come call me and talk to me. So yeah, let's do Back in Black. Here we go. Bow, bow now, bow now, banana, banana, bow, bow now, bow now, bow now, bow now, bow now, bow now, bow now. Back in Black. I hit the sack. I've been too long. I'm glad to be back. Yes, I am let loose. from the noose that's kept me hanging about. I kept looking at the sky cause it's getting me high. Forget the hearse cause I'll never die. I got 9 lives, cat's eyes, abusing every one of them and running wild cause I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Well, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Well, I'm back. Well, I'm back in black. Yes, I'm back in black. Back in the back of a Cadillac, #1 with a bullet. I'm a power pack. Yes, I am in a bang with a gang. They've got to catch me if they want me to hang because I'm back on the track. I'm beating the flack. Nobody's gonna get me on another rap. So look at me now, I'm just making my play. Don't try to push your luck, just get out of my way, cause I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Well, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Well, I'm back. Well, I'm back in black. Yes, I'm back in black. Well, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Well, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Well, I'm back. Well, I'm back in black. Yes, I'm back in black. Oh yeah, yes I am. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Back in I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Back in black. Yes, I'm back in black. Out of the sack. Bow now now. Bow now now. Bow bow now. Bow 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 bow. Bow now now. Bow now now. Bow bow now. Bow 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 bow. Ugh. What do you guys do with your lives? Someone, you should all come tell me. But Jennifer, come talk to me. This is getting really, really old. Oh. My number is 509-438-1393. Yes, my number sucks. Don't make fun of me. Oh. Back to going and looking for Jennifer. This is not fun at all. I want to go back to work and fun. Not homeless FBI work. Oh. Trying to think of a cool way to end this. I can't come up with anything. Here, I got it. Oh. Give me a minute. Well, real quick, I made this bracelet from the dollar store. It costed $3. I'll end it with this. Milo sweet tea. It sucks. Snapple sweet tea is way better. And that's a wrap. Yeah.